So guys, I want to know who the new players on the softball team is. Do you guys know who they are?
Yeah, there's who, what, and I don't know.
How do you not know who's on the softball team? You guys play, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so who's on first?
Who?
What?
What's
No,
on second? Yeah, what's on second?
What do you mean
Who's
what's
on second?
I don't know who's on third.
I don't know what you're talking about, but who's on first?
Who?
What?
Is on second?
What do you mean? Who's on second?
I'm asking you
What's
who's
on
third.
second? No. Who doesn't
I don't
play
know who's on third.
second?
Who's on first? And what's on second?
And I don't know who's on third.
Who's on third?
I'm Victoria Rashi here at the school science fair with Molly Fenn, Georgia Bowder Newton, and Emma Boston Wong. I'm not this short, but I'm just doing this so you can see the poster board. They did their project on music tempo's effect on the brain. So can you guys tell me a little bit about your project?
Yeah, sure. So, music tempo's effect on the brain. We took one song, it's a Beethoven minuet, and we did a control test without any music, and then 3 tests, one with the song slowed down, one at its normal tempo, and one sped up. And we studied 3 different areas of cognition in the brain. We did a memory test with trying to recall numbers from a video, reflex tests with catching a ruler, and reading comprehension tests from SAT questions. And overall, our effects found that music is worse than no music. So the effects were showed that overall, the slowest tempo was the worst, found the worst scores. The regular tempo was better, and then the fastest tempo was starting to get back up to the level of the controls, but the control was best overall.
So how did you guys come up with this idea to do this project?
Yeah, well, originally it was just me and Georgia who proposed the project, and we're both musicians into music and theater, and so we wanted to do something that had to do with music, and our anatomy teacher, Mr. Wilson, plays music while we work, so that's kind of where the idea started from, to see if that was useful or not useful.
That's great for students everywhere. Good job, guys. Good luck today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm Victoria here at the school science fair with Haley, who focused on the forces and motions in gymnastics. So Haley, could you tell me a little bit about your project?
So what I mainly focused on in my project was how air resistance affected 2 different kinds of flips, a back tuck and a back layout, and my hypothesis was that a back layout would take longer to complete because you're in more of a flat out position compared to a tuck, which is more closer together.
So what ended up being your results for the project?
The result was that the back layout did in fact take longer, and this is because there's more air resistance involved because you're in a flat out position, like I said, where instead of a back tuck.
Great job, Haley. I hope you do really well today. I'm Victoria here at the school science fair with Simona and Serena, who did their experiment on the effect of varying alcohol types and concentrations on the sensitivity of muon flux detection by a cloud chamber. Mouthful. So can you explain to me your experiment?
Yeah, so we looked at how muon flux, which is the decay particle of cosmic rays, which are high energy particles that are going at really high speeds in space and bombarding Earth from all sides. They usually originate from the stars, supernovas, and other celestial bodies. We were looking at how we could measure that in a cloud chamber. This is our cloud chamber that we built here, and how the different alcohols that we use in the cloud chamber to form the cloud that we're viewing, and different types of concentrations of alcohol affect how sensitive the cloud chamber is to passing cosmic rays. We have a video. Of what it would look like.
So this is what the experiment would look like, right?
That's the cloud that forms in the bottom of the cloud chamber, which is right here.
Wow. So what were your results of the experiment?
So we were looking at 3 types of alcohol: methyl, ethyl, and isopropyl alcohol. And our hypothesis was that methyl alcohol would be the most sensitive overall. And by looking at the boiling points of the temperature of the alcohols as concentration change, we thought that ethyl would be most sensitive at 180, methyl at 100, and isopropyl at 140. The cool thing about our project was that our data supported the hypothesis for that part, the second part, which was for the concentrations. So we saw that it was most sensitive at 200 for methyl, 180 for ethyl, and 140 for isopropyl. But we really can't say anything overall about how sensitive is how methyl is more sensitive, because a lot of things change between trials. So if we were to repeat this experiment, we would try to keep everything more consistent using the amount of light in the room, the temperature, and maybe we could make a conclusion about the type of alcohol overall. But as of now, we really can't say anything about that.
Great work, guys. Good luck today. I hope you do great. Thanks.
The answer to last week's question of the week on the Mustang Report is...
Deal or no deal?
Super cool.
The Mustang Report question of the week is, what is my unique talent?
Good morning, Medford High School. My name is Hillary Clinton. I have served you for many years as a lawyer, senator, first lady, and secretary of state. We have for you today radicals, clowns, and impossible idealists, but I am here as the most experienced, most progressive candidate who still gets things done. Thank you for having me, and let the games begin.
Good morning, Medford High School. My name is Joel J. Trump. I stand up here today with politicians who simply don't understand what Americans want. I understand what it is Americans want, and that's why today, when you decide to elect me your next president, I will make America great again. Thank you.
When we look out at the country today, infrastructure, a shrinking middle class, and the top 10 to the top 1% that can close us the growth, and the lower 90% family. When I become president, I will not stand for myself. I will not stand for Goldman Sachs. I will stand for the American people to create a future to believe in. Thank you.
Around the world, America's influence has declined. Well, this president has destroyed our military. Our allies no longer trust us, and our adversaries no longer respect us. That is why I'm running for president. We need a president who understands America is the greatest country in the world, who acts like America is the greatest country in the world. Help me usher in a new American century. Thank you.
It's good to be home. Good morning, Medford High. My name is Mike Bloomberg, three-term mayor of New York City, CEO and founder of Bloomberg Inc. And now, most importantly of all, I went to this high school. I sat in those seats. I walked in these halls, and I know how it feels to make an important decision like many of you will this coming November. This race is being led by radicals. Some are giant babies pretending to be businessmen. You're in this race. Some call themselves revolutionaries who will drive this country into the ground. I am the moderate, social, progressive, and fiscal conservative that this country needs. Thank you.
Thank you, Medford, for having me. My experience as Congressman and Governor of Ohio has shown me that America needs a leader with a positive, yes, positive message, and a proven record of balancing budgets while supporting education, innovation, and job creation. So I humbly ask that when you check off the ballot, the name be John Kasich. Thank you.
It's so good to be here this morning. Over the past 30 years, we have seen America deteriorate. Washington, the center of all of this corruption. As president, I plan to bring America back to its foundation using the Constitution and the Bible. I am more qualified than any of these candidates up here today because I have served as a Supreme Court law clerk, a senator for the state of Texas, and most importantly, I have a history of standing up to liberals. As president, I am not afraid to do so. Thank you.
People say I cannot become president because I'm not a politician. I say I can become president because I'm not a politician. Politicians do what is politically expedient, and I'd rather do what's right. I do not have political experience. I have a life journey. I didn't go to MC cocktail parties or beg lobbyists for money. I spent my nights in a room trying to save the life of a child. This is my life experience of caring, honesty, and integrity. If all you want is a president with political experience and the personal traits of being a politician, then I'm not your candidate. Thank you.
Good morning, America. Today I stand before you after 7 years of failed Obama and Clinton policies. We need real change, and that change isn't going to come from this clown. I have real conservative solutions, and that is why I'm asking for your vote today. Thank you.